Okay, welcome to my channel, and in this video we are going to look at about system arguments. So why do we need system arguments? So this is very important, and when we first run a Python script, sometimes we need to pass some arguments from the command line in order to change the behavior of the execution of this Python script. So let's see how we can do this. So first step is that first we want to import something called sys. So first I will import this, and next what I can do is I can print any system argument that I would receive. So how to do this? Print sys, and we can refer to the argument list by using this argv uh, object. So this is the basic step to print out any system arguments that we would receive. So the first system argument that we would receive is the name of our Python script. So let me execute this Python script. So for that I will use the terminal. You can run it either way, but here I'm going to use the terminal. So let me use Python, and let me call the name of the script. In this case the name of the script is main.py, and as you can see here, right, we received a list, and it shows that we received an argument. The first argument is the name of the script itself, which is called main.py. So if you have some other script with a different name, we will receive the corresponding name. But the real deal is to pass some arguments to this program so that we can change the behavior. So let's see how we can do that. So let me add some arguments here. Let's say hello, and also let's say Sandun, which is my name, and presenter. So here can you see we received a list, and here we received two arguments, and this is a comma separated list which we can iterate. So either you can print one by one or print them separately. So you can iterate through this list for argument in sys.argv. You can print the argument if you like. Print sorry, it should be argument. Let's correct that, and here you can put argument. And let me do the same thing again and press this. Here you can see that I was able to iterate through the list. Let me run this from here, and we will only receive one. Here we will not receive any arguments because we are not passing, because this is running internally. So here in order to pass arguments, there's some option that we could configure. So here inside this one we could also we can also add some arguments or script parameters. Here you can pass the parameters. Let's say each time these parameters will be passed. So let me put my name Sandun Sampath and Vitarana. So I think it shouldn't be comma separated. Just let's try, and now I'm going to execute, and as you can see here we received the three values Sandun, Sampath, Vitarana, because I configured here to pass those three parameters. So in this way we can also pass parameters using PyCharm, but the what is important here is like we can use these parameters to instantiate objects, or run a program or do certain things. So let me show you an example how this could be useful in object oriented programming. So let me define a class called car, and here let me add the constructor. So how can we do the def dash dash init, and in order to instantiate an car object, let's say I require a certain name. So in this case let's put that as one of the parameters. So in order to instantiate we need a name. So here it's expecting a name, so let me put it into a variable self dot name, and it's equal to name anyway. That's one way, right? And let's say we can instantiate this object simply by having a name, and also let's say name, as well as we can have model or anything, but let me keep those parameters for now, and I will also add a method to retrieve the name def self. Do I need the parameter self? I don't think, right? So get name, let's say get name, and let me put in self. Here we will print the name self dot name. Okay, now we have two. Why does this get highlighted? Because it's expecting two blank lines. Okay, no problem. Here what's the problem here? I think C should be capital for this is the convention, doesn't matter. Anyway, we created a car, so let me try to create a car here. So if I run this, nothing happens because we can't we did not instantiate any car objects. So how can we instantiate a car object? For that we can do something like this, right? Let's say my car is equal to, we are creating the object car, and in here we need to pass a name, right? Because the constructor is expecting us to pass a name. So let's say the name of the car is Prius. Okay, why does it get highlighted? I don't know. Sure. Anyway, it's something to do with the blank lines. Okay, and so we created a car, and if I run this, the car would be created. Let me also put a print statement here so that we can see a car was created or car was built. It would be better, right? built. Okay, a car was built. Okay, let me run. A car was built because we created this object. It means that the constructor executed and a car named Prius was created. So how can I get this name? Let me retry this name, my car dot get name, right? Get name, and here no parameters are expected. So let me run this, and here we can receive this name. It's called Prius. But the real deal is like when we need to instantiate this object by taking inputs from the user before the execution of the script itself. So before executing this main.py script, the user will give the name as a argument, as an input argument, and we will use that name to instantiate the object. So how can we do that? So we already have this import called sys, and so what I can do here is like first I can read off the arguments that are passed by the user. So to do that, here I will retrieve name, or let's say received name. Something wrong with the spelling. Receive name equal, and here I will use sys, and it should not be 0 because 0 would be the name of the script itself. So the next parameter which is passed by the user, the first parameter passed by the user will be in the index number 1. So this is the received name. So I can always instantiate an object from the car class by using this. Okay, let's do that. Let's say new car, you can put whatever name. Okay, new car equal sys, sorry, new car equal car, and here we need to pass the name. So the received name is a system argument, so we can pass that directly here, received name. Okay, now we managed to instantiate an object by using system arguments, sys.argv. Okay, that's also correct, and let me retrieve the name and print that to the console. So here we did not instantiate an object by giving a custom name which is hard coded. We are using the name which will be provided by the user. So let's put new car dot get name, right? Okay, so we instantiated the object by using system arguments, and next we also print the name. So if I run this script from here, it says that it doesn't the list is out of range because we did not configure the settings to provide any system arguments. Okay, that's no problem. And next I will use the terminal to execute and instantiate an object. So how can I do this? Let me call Python, and main.py is my Python script, and here I need to pass the name of my car. So here I will put Toyota maybe and press enter. Okay, a car was built and the name we retrieved is Toyota. So in this way we managed to pass system arguments and instantiate objects. So this can be very useful in real projects because sometimes we need to change the behavior of our Python script based on the arguments received from a user. So recently I have been using this a lot, so that's why I thought that it would be very useful. So even here you can pass a list of what do you call cars. So let's say we are expecting a list. So in this case we can receive let's say we will modify this to instantiate multiple cars by using the inputs provided by the user. Okay, how can we do this? So it's already we say that system argument, or else you can also do this, it doesn't matter, system, you can iterate through the list instead of doing this. We can also do this. Okay, name list and receive name list. Let me first print this so that you can see the structure. Receive name list, so it's a space separated list, I think. Okay, and let me take out this for the moment because I need to show you. So if I run this thing, nothing will happen because it will only show the name of the script. So we can't instantiate an object for the first parameter, right? First argument that we are going to receive, because it is the script itself, right? So we need to skip the 0th index and next iterate through the rest of the list. But before doing that, let's try to figure this out by passing a list. Let's see what will happen if we do something. Toyota, Prius, Aqua, let's say this one. Okay, now we have this list: main, Toyota, Prius and Aqua. So we have this list and we need to avoid the first object called main.py, right? So first one will be the name of the script, so we need to skip the first element and then we can use the rest. So I think we could modify this, right? So let me try according to best of my understanding, equal, and we can put received name list, and here we can put I think 1 first to -1 would be the last one, I think. And let's try to do the same thing and see whether we are going to omit the first thing. So yes, okay, it's working, right? Because we are starting from the index number 1 and we are going until the end. So here we skip the first instance, right? Okay, let me see. Is it correct? Toyota, Prius, Aqua, but okay, Prius and Aqua. Where's Aqua gone? Let me retry this. Toyota, Prius, Aqua, and we are getting only Toyota, Prius. Why is it not running until the end? Because the last element is not included here, right? So let me just will this work? I don't know. Oh, should I turn autosave or something? No, right? Okay. Let me try it again. Okay, this is not going to work anyway because so I need to go from to the last element. So let me keep a blank there and try. Okay, now it's okay. If it is the last element, it will not print here, so that's why I kept this blank, so it will go until the end, as I think. Okay, first to the last. If I put -2, it will only print Toyota. Then let's try that as well. -2 starting from the rightmost side, and if I run this again, yeah, okay, so the required list is this one. So let's execute this. Okay, now we are getting a list. So next we need to instantiate and create objects for each of these names. So how can we do that? It's relatively simple. And these objects also we need to have some reference in memory in order to later retrieve them. So here I can add them to a list. Let's try to do that. Okay, so list of objects, let's say list of cars equal, let's make it an empty list. I think this is correct. Okay, and next what I'm going to do is I will iterate through the modified received name list. How can I do that? For car name, let's say car name in received name list, we need to create objects here. So how can we create objects? Okay, we can create objects by calling the constructor. And I will keep on appending list of cars dot append, and inside the append we will pass the newly created object. So how can we do? We'll use car. I think this will work. I don't know exactly. So here, and what we should pass here is the name. So the name will be car name. We are getting from the received name list. Okay, so we will create 3 cars, right? According to this, let's see whether we will run the constructor 3 times. Okay, so this is the modified received list, and a car was built, a car was built, a car was built. So here we created 3 car objects from this class, and we appended that to the list of cars, which was an empty list. So this contains 3 car objects, so we can iterate through them and get the names as well. So let's try to get the names. Okay, let's see how we can do that. For cars in list of cars, right? For car in list cars, and here we need to get the name. So car dot get name, right? Okay, so now it's getting pretty interesting. So we have Toyota Prius Aqua. The important thing is this is really dynamic because you can add another car. So say Honda Civic, what else, Mini, anything, right? So this is really dynamic, and we are able to create objects by using this method. So this can be very handy because we sometimes we might need to instantiate a number of objects based on a certain kind of inputs from the user. So in this case we can use some approach like this. So here I hope that you learn something new. So thank you very much for watching my video. See you later.